Thank you very much, Shane. How's everybody doing? You're all very welcome in the room. I've got a few screens here, so I'll just peer over them to say hello. Delighted to have Séamus Ó Flatharta here joining us for a few songs. Welcome. Good to see you, Mary Connor. We have people joining us online as well. You're all very welcome, folks. Fergus will be chatting to you in the chat throughout this evening. So any questions, pop them in the chat and we'll be able to bring you in when you sing your song. We'll go till about 9 o'clock and we'll take a wee break in the middle as well. And if anyone has any questions or anything, just pop them in the chat on that side. So thanks a million, folks. I know, as is tradition at this stage of the evening, we have a first song. I might look over the room and see if we have a first song from Mr. Jerry Cullen, and he'll get us going, and then we'll move around the room and see who we have and how we want to work this. So thanks a million for joining us, folks. I do what I'm told.
The seashore, the wind and the waves and the billows did roar. I heard a strange voice make a pitiful sound. With the wind and the waves it did echo all round, crying, "Oh, my love is gone. He's the youth I adore, and he's gone, and I never will see him no more." She'd the voice of a nightingale, skin like a dove, and the song that she sang, it was all about love. So I asked her to marry me please, but the answer she gave, "My love's drowned in the sea," crying, "Oh, my love is gone. He's the youth I adore, and he's gone, and I never will see him no more." I said I had gold and I'd silver besides, in a coach with fine horses, with me she could ride. She said, "I'll never marry, I'll be no man's wife. I'll stay single and true all the days I have life," crying, "Oh, my love is gone. He's the youth I adore, and he's gone, and I never will see him no more." So she threw her arms wide, and she gave a great leap from the cliff top so high to the billows so deep, crying, "The rocks of the ocean will make me a bed, and the shrimps in the sea will swim over my head," crying, "Oh, my love is gone. He's the youth I adore, and he's gone, and I never will see him no more." Now every night at 6 bells they appear, when the moon it is bright, and the stars they shine clear. These two constant lovers, with all of their charms, rolling over and over in each other's arms, crying, oh, my love is gone. He's the youth I adore, and he's gone, and I never will see him no more.
Beautiful. Thank you for getting us off the mark, Jerry. Thanks for taking the plunge.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I didn't say that we usually have another man sitting in this spot. This is usually Fergus's seat, but Fergus is joining us online. He has a little 3-week-old, sorry, excuse me, 3-week-old Senan. So he is at home, and he is, yeah, we wish them all the best, himself and Andrea, and great to see you. Keeping all right. Oh, there they are. Hey.
What are you going to sing for us today, Senan?
Wow, that's special. Good to see you, Andrea.
You too.
Beautiful.
Wish I could be there in the room. Looks great, guys. You can see you all singing along with Jerry there. That looks beautiful.
Thanks, Fergus. So we'll hear a bit more from Fergus later on. We'll go to Zoom and we'll get a few songs. But I might have another one from the room, just looking over. Maybe get a volunteer. Anyone wants to go next? Yeah. Sean will give us one. So over to you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Adieu, lovely Erin of sweet delectation, likewise to McGilligan, where I did dwell. The ship's bells are sounding for swift emigration. I must leave Gronye's heroes and daughters farewell. But how can I think for to leave this grand island, where love, peace, and friendship burns bright in each eye, where young men are merry and maids they are smiling, and sympathies glow in each bosom is high. Artie Kelly I love with its glorious plantations, where the blackbirds and thrushes they enchant every tree. And my heart sometimes leaps with mild palpitations when the linnets in chorus they sing sweet harmony, where Flora's gay mantle bedecks these shady bowers, and on the green pastures the lambkins they do play, where once in my childhood I gathered wild flowers, and with my young schoolmates we'd sport and we'd play. on the mild summer's evening for sweet recreation. I chanced by the banks where the curly streams flow. There young men and maidens in sweet admiration encircle the verges where the primroses grow. The young trout and salmon in mild consternation in these pleasant waters they sport and they play. But are vanished these thoughts, for my heart with vexation is filled with the thoughts of sweet Hannah McKay. Sweet were the hours in love's conversation with this pleasant fair maid to take the fresh air. For she was the object of my adoration, my joy and my comfort, my pride and my care. And oft as I walked from her father's grand dwelling, I thought by the curly for life to reside. But my degree has exiled me to some foreign nation, which leaves some new lover for to make her his bride. So 'tis farewell, Artically, where I was excited, and likewise to Newton, where the steam engines fly. If I would return, I might well be delighted with this charming fair maid to live and to die. But as I sail down Lochfoyle for Columbia's nation, I will think on that bower where once I did stray, and I'll heave a grand sigh for that grand habitation. When I think on my dear lass, sweet Hannah McKay. Well.
Thank you so much, Sean. Beautiful stuff. So we'll get another song in now. Maybe I might sing one, and then we'll turn to our virtual land up there in the cloud. And Fergus is gonna set up a few singers, and then we'll come back to the room and maybe go to the other table here. So have a think. So I'll sing one in Irish. Golga bailach liadu an chidlad an chartan Asu kalinog du dag me morgen dis tanu G for sheen lor hundu Ga going into a shark room Eskadufin tam loshin Smart honey love father Keshtagum henar tostus cherni dagwaya Gemarta the fela no one fed your go maren Tashi chantrela Vibra Salyaba Eskadufin Tamaloshin Smart Honey the Father Ervishta de Chile da defu shifui halu Da morning lagogaram Sni hailu escapu Velarga de foki Gosor buil escapu Agus mairan hirin bui Love koru dolyaba Thank you, good Michael. All right, so we'll go over to Fergus in Zoomland.
Beautiful stuff, Donal. Can you hear me there in the room?
Yep.
Gorgeous stuff. So I'd love to go over to Pamela, if you're ready to give us something there. You were the first one to put your hand up. Thank you so much. Pamela Reinigal. I hope I'm getting your surname perfect there. Is that a painting or a digital? I think that's a digital background as you unmute yourself there, as you find your ability to unmute there now. Should be popping up on screen.
There we go. Yeah, it's a digital reproduction of a woodblock print from Northern California, where I am calling in from. Okay.
What time is it there before I let you sing? What time is it?
It's 11:30, so just the beginning of a lunch break, I guess.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you so much for calling in. Take it away.
All right. Call ye men and maidens, and listen to my rhyme concerning a fair damsel just hastening in her prime. Her cheeks were red as roses, her hair was deep dark brown. She was known as Blooming Caroline of Edinburgh town. Young Henry, being a roving lad, a-courting to her came. And when her parents learned of this, they were angry at the same. Young Henry, being offended, these words did to her say, Arise, my darling Caroline, and we will run away. And we will go to London, and there we'll wed with speed. And then, my darling Caroline, we'll have happiness indeed. She came tripping down the stairs, her hair all hanging down, and away went Blooming Caroline of Edinburgh town. O'er lofty hills and mountains this couple they did roam, until they came to London town, far, far from their home. She said, "Dearest Henry, if you were on me frown, it would break the heart of Caroline of Edinburgh town." They hadn't been in London but passing half a year, when cruel-hearted Henry did prove to her severe. He said, "I'm off to the sea, my love, since your parents on me frown. So make your way without delay back to Edinburgh town." O'er lofty hills and mountains this maiden she did go, and in the wood to eat such food as on the bushes grows. Some strangers they did pity her, and some did on her frown, and some did say, "What made ye stray from Edinburgh town?" Under a lofty oak tree this maid sat down to cry, and watching all the gallant ships as they went sailing by, she gave 3 shrieks for Henry and cast her body down, and away went blooming Caroline of Edinburgh town. Her bonnet and a lock of hair she left upon the strand, and in a note these words she wrote, as you will understand: "I'm fast asleep in the ocean deep, with fishes all around. I was once called blooming Caroline of Edinburgh town." So all ye tender parents ne'er try to part true love, or you might see in some degree the ruin that I tell of. And likewise men and maidens, ne'er on your lover frown. Think on the fate of Caroline of Edinburgh town. Shinny.
Great stuff, Pamela. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us from California. You're a regular and you're returning every month, which is super. I don't think Gavin Byrne has missed one of these sessions though. So can we go over to the famous fireside there of Gavin Byrne, and will you take us away with a song in your own time?
Now, good evening, everybody. I'll give a little song in Irish. She Moved Through the Fair. It was translated by Sheila Vic Raymond here in Wexford, and she entitled this Magra Og. Ní mistel moi hira dúirt Magra Og. Is ní dadal marsha to verth gan stór, agus hiúil si an án uim me cogur go chuin. Ní fada ni siúin Mani Sharuin. Do Hul Shi an Aunwim me Glushacht Goruin. Tri deru an enig do yark me o trio. Ik filo walja fui en rail to hui. Maralana hiha ar hidan kun. Do honig shirer kogum ma grammar of deal. Kushke marklecha arur mohi. Agus shin shi laf biog fal chakas kogum. Ni fada nishtuin ar mani sharuin. Chine. I'm Viog.
Gorgeous. I think we're going to jump back into the room there with Donal. Thank you so much, Gavin. Super stuff.
Beautiful, Gavin. Thank you so much. And thank you, Pamela. And just for the folks in the room, Pamela put up a wee post just before she sang. I'll just read it out. When Séamus Ennis and H.H. were collecting in Aberdeen in 1952, they were on their way to record a well-known singer when they chanced upon Jean Alvin, strictly a kitchen singer, and recorded a number of fine songs from her, including this version of Blooming Caroline. So a little bit of context. Thank you for sharing, Caroline. Pamela, sorry, and thanks for joining us at lunchtime in California. Lovely. So we'll come back to the room with maybe a few songs. Anyone over at this yonder table? Connor, does it? All right. Over to you, Connor. Thank you very much.
Right, learned this from Dave O'Connor, who lives 10 minutes that way, and it's about a place that's 10 minutes the other way. If respite you'd borrow from turmoil or sorrow, I'll tell you the secret of how it is done. 'Tis found in the statement of all the excitement that Bellewstown knows when the races are on. Make one of a party whose spirits are hearty. Grab a seat on a trap that's safe not to spill. In its well, pack a hamper, we're off for a scamper. Hurrah for the glories of Bellewstown Hill. On the road, how they dash on rank beauty and fashion, a glorious sight by the table of war. From the coach with the quality right down to the quality, jogging along in their old jaunting car. As two cushions are placed to, those straw cushions are placed 2 feet thick at least. It's jigging and jumping to mollify still. Oh, the cheeks of my Nelly are shaking like jelly from the jolting she gets as she jogs to the hill. In the tents play the pipers, the fiddlers and fifers, those rollicking lilts such as Ireland best knows. And while Paddy is prancing, his Colleen is dancing, demure with her eyes, quite intent on his toes. Fair play to you, Mikey, you're looking so sprightly, pounding the boards like a pea from a quill. Oh, 'twould cure a rheumatic, he'd jump up ecstatic at Tatterjack Welch upon Bellewstown Hill. 'Tis there neath the haycocks, all splendid like paycocks, in chattering groups that the quality dines. Cross-legged like tailors, the gentlemen dailers are sitting and supping on brandy and wine. And the gentry from Navan and Cavan are having, neath the shade of a tree, an Arcadian quadrille. All you read in the pages of pastoral ages tell of no no scene like this upon Bellew's town hill. When you arrive at the summit, the view that you come at from far distant morn to where Tara ascends, to old Crocofother, the people that dot the broad plateau around. Got it wrong. I'm in for a view. Okay, I'll start last verse. But hark, there's a shout now, the horses are out long the ropes by the stand, such a hullabaloo. To old Crocofother, the people that dot the broad plateau around are all in for a view. Come, Ned, my fine fellow, let's bet on the yellow. Success on the green will follow him still. Through uplands and hollows, they're skimming like swallows as they flash past the post at Bellew's town hill. There we are.
Thank you, Connor. Good stuff. Fair play. Might see if there's another song over here. Catherine, do you want to give it a go in the end? We'll twist your arm. Good stuff. Thank you so much. And after Catherine, we might introduce our guest, Séamus Ó Flatharta. So thank you. Over to you, Catherine.
Come all ye maidens young and fair, all ye who are blooming in your prime, always beware and keep your garden fair. Let no man steal. Sorry, excuse me. Let no man steal away your time, for time it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to my mind. Time with all its flavors, along with all its joy. Time brings all things to my mind. Once I had a bunch of thyme. I thought it never would decay. Then came a lusty sailor who chanced to pass my way and stole my bunch of thyme away. The sailor gave to me a rose that never would decay. He gave it to me to keep me reminded of when he stole my time away. So come all ye maidens young and fair, all ye who are blooming in your prime, always beware and keep your garden fair. Let no man steal away your time.
Thank you, Catherine. Lovely stuff. And I was just chatting to Catherine beforehand. She was saying she was up in Drogheda last night at the weekly session. Great representation here at the Drogheda Singers, and also Scary's Folk Club. We have a nice mix of people who are supporting each. So Thank you very much for all coming out this evening and sharing your beautiful songs. And I think we'll head over to Séamus. You'll get behind the mic, the mic that the hot seat. You'll stay in the hot seat, and he can talk us through a few songs. So where'd you come from today, Séamus?
So I made my way up from Connemara today. I took the scenic route, buses and trains. And
Good man
so
yourself.
So I did. But no, I'm delighted to be here. And thanks very much for having me, Donal.
Thanks
and
for being here.
as well. And it's really, really nice to hear all the songs and singers. Some of you I've heard before. I've had the pleasure of hearing you on stages, and others I've heard for the first time tonight. So, and I'm sure I've met some of you as well in the venues. I recognise all the faces nearly in the room. So it's great to see you all. I suppose, just to give anyone who hasn't heard us a bit of context, myself and my sister come from Connemara, a place called Riverdance, which is very well known for sean-nós singing, and Johanny, who was a very well known sean-nós singer and probably one of the first fellas to put the Connemara style of sean-nós on the map. He would have been one of our kind of idols growing up, and we actually got our songs indirectly from him through his great grand niece, Brísí Uachíran, who was a gorgeous singer. And she was our primary school teacher, so we started singing when we were in junior infants, and we're taught all about the songs. But anyway, I won't ramble on about too much. I thought I'd start off with a song from the area. It's a famine song, so back from famine times, 1845, somewhere around that, or it could have been written after. But it's one called Johnny Shogi, or John Joyce, and it's a kind of a song of satire. It's a false praise to this landlord, who was also the kind of who ran the soup kitchen back in Duet, which is a little village not too far from where I went to primary school, and the bones of the soup kitchen, the workhouse, are still there. And basically, this family was turned away from the workhouse, turned away from refuge and from food and water, and this song was composed then in kind of false admiration of this high and mighty lord, Johnny Joyce. So I'll give this one a go. It's been a long time since I've not sang with my sister, so you'll have to bear with me now while I try and find myself. Böse Johnny Shogi te morgora smelt joch le dochos vader Margur tun rel tholish neseshelochran osamochor Gaeltacht Mistobon Hagin Meseshelochran Darlag Mohulorogume Gose Asochte Chirist Dordomrelief No Gachuri Nologe Gose Lord Wadoch Jefwed me on papet Snachen me visos dos me galchanjo Ach ni wod me veragro Erebich on lashin Ach me vanes mo fastive mo vindrocht Da me brete dote Oskjure fanta Ja brigja Sylvester's Dangmor Kauslang Sniglak foran in Jarnismo Snacha moron hilu No wale charne Anja de stan lanun shachal reed Margaret Speratin Schgeven Non morning star nur a hygiene Dan wan rintin si lang no loi Stede doch du die Hawishibas Ach me fesanudet Nor marjar shiad yomse Nor nach welishi posto again Mr. Joyce. Sinead. So that was Johnny Shoga, and just to mention, I suppose it's very, very important to mention the people I would have been mentored by growing up. I was absolutely spoiled, as was Caoimhe, for the amount of singers and well-known, established kind of men and women of Seamus that were in the area, and we didn't really appreciate at the time, I suppose, as young people, how lucky we were to be around the tradition and around the language. But Michael Jovic O'Cuig was a great mentor of mine, and it would have been him that actually helped me come across the lyrics of that song and taught me the melody. And he ran a great festival in honour of Joe Haney out our way in Carna, which is actually kind of taken up again after COVID. If anyone's out that way, it's a gorgeous festival called the Joe Haney Festival, Féile Joannu, which takes place in Carna Village on the May Bank holiday weekend. It's a gorgeous place to come and hear singers from all over. But yeah, Michael Jovic O'Cuig was a great mentor of mine, and I'm very appreciative of him for giving me a lot of the songs that I have. The next one I'm going to sing, I'm going to kind of go completely out of my region, but I thought I'd sing a song in English, just one I haven't sang in years. At Féile Joannu, they used to get these brilliant traditional singers down to teach in English as well. And one of those singers that I was fortunate enough to learn from was Rosie Stewart, who would have got a lot of her songs from Geordie Hanna. And this song is called The Banks of Sweet Loch Ness, or there's another name on it as well, and I can never think of it. But I don't usually sing in English, I suppose, and that was one of the first exposures I had to traditional English songs when I was growing up. I was only about 9 or 10 at the time, and I'd only ever sung in Irish. So I had fond memories of Rosie Stewart coming down to the festival and giving us songs like Slieve Gallen Braes and this one as well, The Mahara Felt May Fair, loads of the northern songs that we wouldn't have. It was like getting little presents from somewhere else. So this is one of those songs that I liked, and I'm not going to sing it as good as Rosie now, and I don't have that lovely northern twang, but look, I'm going to give it a go. It's called The Banks of Sweet Loch Ness. I might get lost in it as well, so you'll have to bear with me. My thoughts and fancy take their flight 2 days when but abide. I'm going to start a bit lower, sorry. My thoughts and fancy take their flight 2 days when but abide.
as carelessly I wander through my beloved Mount Joy. I've seen great lands and mansions grand, and cities fine and gay, but no finer spot than a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. Farewell, sweet Erie land, King's Island and Clonmel. Likewise, sweet Killy, Calpy, Clonto, and Old Ardbow. 'Twas God that planned the enchanted strand from Toon to Washing Bay, but he ne'er forgot a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. Now I was told that there was gold and wealth in foreign parts, but millionaires can have their cares, in fact have broken hearts. But a heart so light, nor a smile so bright, you won't find far away, as what you've got in a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. Where is that pretty Colleen with whom I went to school? Perhaps she took a woman's vows and filled the golden rule. But I'm alone and far from home, no children fine and gay. Sad is my lot from a fisher's cot on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. I have met some friends now of my youth, who too were forced to roam. With tear-filled eyes they recognize that there's no place like home. But if God would grant one wish they'd want, and for that wish they pray, 'tis a peaceful bed to lay their head on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. And now, dear friends, my muses end, and I'm coming home once more. In some shady nook to bait my hook along the emerald shore. My nets to trawl, my lines to haul, my boat to bring to bay. Never more to roam from my cherished home on the banks of sweet Loch Ness. Sinead. Voice from
Can one, Lily, yeah, why not? Sure, I'll do one more there. I might take out the old bar on here. The voice is not in top shape. I'll sing a song. This is a song that was written by my family about 3 generations back, and I usually sing this with Caoimhe. 2 of my grandmother's uncles were very good songwriters and very good. They're very good lads for imagination, and I suppose they liked writing more than they liked working. And writing stories and songs and stuff like that. But they were called Míl Vertle and Val Vertle O'Donoghue, and they were brilliant minds, very intelligent men. But they used to write songs between them, and in a little cottage down on the sea, which is still in the family. It's a great little spot. But anyway, they wrote the song called Cushlan na Tleve, or Castle of the Hill, or Castle on the Side of the Hill, and it's written about a little ruin that's actually up in Aldemedicon, which is a bog road up that goes up behind my house, up into the bog, and it's where a lot of my family have their bogs. But there was this little kind of bull-on, or little kind of shed that they would have used to store the turf before they take it home, the trailers. And I suppose this day he wasn't doing too much work on the bog, and he started writing a song about this little ruin and made it out to be a big palace full of the kind of finest drink and food and dancing and music that you come across. And I suppose the song got out and nobody could ever find the castle because it never existed in the first place. So it was a bit of a funny one. But it's usually sang in a kind of a slow waltz. Myself and Caoimhe kind of took our own interpretation of it and made it into a reel, so 4/4 time. And he might be turning in his grave when he hears it the way I'm singing now, but the poor fella, he was a great songwriter. I'll give it a go. It's called Cushlan na Tleve. Mwychyn ol mi kant an Cushlan bradiente nach wa kusselus san lan chauffeurs to fast kan rie on grene som master gadrinkige sports on shana guso o kasu hart nishan tronune zahine Zat titsimni shanron shancho Kodu mulabo gespegen vom Chines niro gemeriste gomaden zalu An grati rilasan wadin go fuyen Ton port khudar muilon la fatigue is fjord Ton drunk feel farshing Jaren sarin sang Dan tegus en timon Gus man in the ball O tan feilan It's real on in Iran skirtes Tan jan garishkan An jal se ho Da fum de mauran An londo se kjersjoch Kat kjol og splesjor Getsed an omkran Særestilt an over Kabut terman Dor kjoles na ladies Og veri kanal Når du akrus an kago Gustjan har reitser Bei Cushlan Tleve Run jengeland Kan dan Cushlan bradiente Da hua kusselus San de lan chauffeurs Ta fast kan rie On grene som master Gadrinkige sports on the shadow so Bei Cushlan Tleve Run jengeland Bei Cushlan Tleve Run Thanks very much.
Ramin Waggett. Thanks so much, Séamus. Gorgeous stuff. So we'll have a little break just now, and then we'll come back for more songs, and we'll come back to our guest, Séamus Ó Flatharta, to finish us out just before 9 o'clock as well. So thanks for all the songs so far. Thank you online. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Thank you, Fergus, and thanks, folks. So see you in a little while. Ramago. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks a million. Just getting a wee cup of tea, and we'll finish up around 9 o'clock this evening. So thank you so much. We have another singer joined online. You're very welcome, Linda. And just chat to Fergus there, and we'll see if we can get a song out of you. But thank you so much to everyone for sharing your songs so far. And we'll go around the room again if anyone has another song they'd like to share. And as I said, we'll finish up with Séamus, give us another few songs towards the end. He says he doesn't sing very much by himself. He usually just sings with his sister. So a bit special to hear him tonight. And must say, from the room, it's a real honor to have you here. So thank you so much for joining us for all the way from Connemara. All right, so we'll go toward the room, and if anyone wants to sing another wee song, we can get going again. Anyone got a volunteer? A second song? Yeah. I think we'll have space for everybody to give us a wee second song if you wish. Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.
So this is the song. It's one of those child ballads, one of those so-called child ballads. Okay, so it's collected from itinerants in London, and it's a well-known song about the chap getting poisoned, and you makes no bones about the poisoner in the song. And who's the Jim Carroll and Pat McKenzie, the great collectors, and they collected a lot of stuff over there. And this here, I think it's Mary Donnelly is the singer of this. So what had you for your dinner? This it's one of the few so-called. I mean, I hate calling them child ballads, but it's one of the few that was translated into Irish as well. And I don't have the Irish version of it. So, but the air to this here is very close to the Irish one. I've heard it sung several times. Anyway, that's enough of that. What had you for your dinner, my own darling boy? What had you for your dinner, my comfort and my joy? I had bread, beef and cold poison, mother dress my bed soon. For I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? What will you leave your father, my own darling boy? What will you leave your father, my comfort and my joy? My coach and my horses, mother dress my bed soon. For I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? What will you leave your mother, my own darling boy? What will you leave your mother, my comfort and my joy? The keys to all treasure, mother dress my bed soon. For I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? What will you leave your brother, my own darling boy? What will you leave your brother, my comfort and my joy? My bow and my fiddle, mother dress my bed soon. For I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? What will you leave your sweetheart, my own darling boy? What will you leave your sweetheart, my comfort and my joy? the gallows to hang her, mother, dress my bed soon, for I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? What will you leave your children, my own darling boy? What will you leave your children, my comfort and my joy? They can follow their mother, mother, dress my bed soon, for I've a pain in my heart, and wouldn't I long to lie down? Where will you be buried, my own darling boy? Where will you be buried, my comfort and my joy? I'll be buried in Kilkenny, where I'll take my long sleep, with a stone to my head and a scraw to my feet.
Hey, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So we just heard, for anyone without a mic, that there's an Irish version of that song, and we might hear it later on, Séamus. So thank you, Jerry. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, maybe have another one, Sean. Remain a mic.
Attend you honest parents, and listen here unto my sad tale. With a heavy heart and a troubled mind, I will relate to you the same. And when that you have heard the lines that now employ my pen, I trust that you will shed a tear if you be Irishmen. It was on the good ship Newry on the 14th of April. We anchor weighed from Warren Point to leave our native isle. The weather it was clear and calm for the first day or so, but early the next morning the wind began to blow. Our captain's name was Crosby, a hero stout and bold, and our passengers 400 were in steerage and the hold, and all of them respectable and reared most tenderly. In for Quebec we were bound, me boys, that place of liberty. At sunset the same evening we approached the Welsh coast, where I am sorry to relate full many's a ship was lost. The wind it blew tremendous, and loud the waves did roar. We did not know that we were so close unto that fatal shore. All day we had been tacking for to withstand the gale, and we neither could make any way nor carry any sail. When I am sorry to relate, our ship it struck a rock and woke us from our slumbers all by that dreadful shock. With children crying bitterly as they clung around our necks, and in the wildest of despair we jumped upon the decks. The ladders they were broken all by the heavy press. More than 200 were below, so think on their distress. Both from above and from below, our ship was sinking fast, and expecting every minute that it would be our last. No way to those who were below their precious lives to save. It was a sad and a hapless day that they met a watery grave. The people on Carnarvon shore, they heard our dismal cries, and for our preservation a means they did devise. A rope unto our ship was passed, by which they saved our lives, and by that means they did rescue our children and our wives. The waves that night our gallant ship into pieces they did pound. We found the bodies next morning on the sands all scattered around. It was a dismal sight to see the fragments of our wreck, and all that it intended for, to carry to Quebec. May the Lord have mercy on them souls who perished on that night. All 235 of them, some of them heroes bright, and 100 blessings attend to them on sweet Carnarvon Bay, who did subscribe to send a song unto America.
Beautiful, Sean. Thank you so much. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely to get a wee mention of Warren Point is always good.
Oh,
That's where I grew up. So I think we'll go online. If Fergus is ready, I'll just hand over to Fergus for one or two songs over to Zoom World. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Thank
Gorgeous stuff. I'd like to welcome Séamus Ó. We have our special guest Séamus, and then we have Séamus Shields is going to take us away with a song now. Apologies for the baby vocalizing in the background here. Senan wants to get his own song in as well. But Séamus, you take it away first, if you would.
Thanks, Fergus. This is a song that was collected about 85 years ago by Bert Lloyd, the English singer and folk song collector. And originally it had 4 verses, but in the intervening period it's acquired another couple of verses of dubious provenance. But I'll let you have them all anyway. It was pleasant and delightful on a midsummer's morn, and the green fields and the meadows were all covered in corn, and the blackbirds and thrushes sang on every green spray, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day. Now a sailor and his true love were a-walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I am bound far away. I'm bound for the East Indies, where the loud cannons roar. I must go and leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. Then the ring from off her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, dearest William, and my heart will go too. And as they were embracing, tears from her eyes fell, saying, may I go along with you? Oh no, my love, farewell. Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh no, my love, farewell. Fare thee well, my dearest Nancy, no longer can I stay, for the topsails are hoisted and the anchors aweigh, and the ship she lies waiting for the fast flowing tide. And if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. But Nancy called to William, you're just the man for me. So she's hoisted her petticoats and walked into the sea. and the starfish they were singing. The Atlantic Orchestra did play, and the sharks they played melodeons at the entrance to the bay. And the sharks they played melodeons, and the sharks they played melodeons, and the sharks they played melodeons at the entrance to the bay. Now William feared his Nancy faced a watery grave, so he took off his long boots and plunged into the waves. But he'd neglected his laundry, for many's the long day, and his socks smelled so malodorous that she swam the other way. And his socks smelled so malodorous, and his docks smelled so malodorous, and his jocks smelled so malodorous that she sang the other way. Very sad ending.
Séamus, thank you so much. Gorgeous stuff. I tried to entice Sennon's mother, Andrea, to sing us a song. She promises we'll have some more Northern Irish representation next week. Although, of course, Donal is leading the charge. I'll do a quick song and then I'll go back to the room with you. I'm going to give Archie Fisher his song Western Island a go here for you. Can you all hear me okay there? Gorgeous. I've come I've come to a western island, as far as any man can walk is my land. Cleared 10 acres and a house I built into the side of the hill. The roof leaks and the windows rattle, and the grass on the high ground won't feed cattle. The west wind blowing off the sea makes it hard to grow a tree. One cow and a lean-to byre, a spring close by and a well, and a driftwood fire. Clear view of the setting sun and a 12-gauge hammer gun. I'm on my western island. The city no more holds me. And I fish deep water on a high-bowed boat called the Neptune's Daughter. She will ride any western gale and can carry a stack of sails. But some nights when the bright lights flicker, oh, I'll sail to the mainland for my liquor. Haven't got a woman to haul my own, but I never wake up alone. Yeah, I'm on my western island. The city no more holds me. A man needs to feel the ground and the wind for to tell him that the world spins round. Watch the stars and taste the sea, and a woman to keep him free. Yes, I came to a western island, as far as any man can walk is my land. cleared 10 acres and a house I built into the side of the hill. Archie Fisher, Western Island. Thank you very much. Back to you in the room there, Donald.
Thank you, Fergus. Beautiful stuff. Sounded really good coming through there. So thanks for bringing in a big guitar. Lovely. I think it's getting to that stage of the evening where we might call on our special guest. If you want to back in the hot seat, yeah, here we go. It is that time. So thank you so much to everyone for sharing your songs, coming together. This is the first monthly session back after a summer break. We have another session next month, and then November, break for Christmas, and then we're back in with Tradfest, which is at the end of the 25th. So October, we have Zoe Basha. In November, we have Roshan Chambers. And in January, we have Moya Brannan joining us for the session. So we'll make sure that we spread the word and get the word out for this time next month. So thanks again, Séamus, for joining us. And I'll hand over to you to see us out for the few songs. Go to Mina Margaret.
Yeah, so it was gorgeous actually to hear all the songs, but I was really taken surprised by Jerry's song there. What name had you on that one, out of curiosity?
What had you for your dinner?
What had you for your dinner? Yeah, so there's a few versions of that. All over the place because I'm actually writing a dissertation. I'm studying German and Irish in college at the moment, and I got to spend some time in Germany, in Bonn. And while I was there, I came across German versions of that song as well. One of them was "Wo bist du so lang gewesen, Heinrich, meine liebe Sohn?" And then there's another one that I got from my professor, Christiane Batke. And I just became really intrigued by the international themes and folk singing. So I'm actually writing a dissertation on that as part of my final year project. But I won't.
It does go back to the 15th, 16th century anyway.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest in the repertoire. That's what I was always told. And obviously there's Henry, my son, as well in English. So this one is called In Cíarn Randall. Yeah, or the Lord Randall, or Oran Haskina is the other name of it, the song of the eel. And basically tells the exact same story as your song there, but I thought it'd be nice to share the Irish version. So I'll sing In Cíarn Randall, and this is a version I got from Johanny. Cara tu jinst wait cara tu jin airorino cara tu Verlerocht, corgi molaboron. Tametin fomchri, agus ligi homlai. Gerde tu de yinyer airorino gerde tu de yinyer afur varo Asconara baro nie fuente berjara Tanetin fomchri agus ligi hamlai Care the Holocaust, the wake the light, I don't Care the Holocaust away that I for that no heute most oblige shin is Tame tine fom chri agus igi hamlai Ger de Holocaust away the van fosto I Ger de Holocaust away the van fosto I for the battle if from the margo cheke ne flash evedun sjara da metine fom chri agus ligi hamlai Scared the Holocaust away the waiting I already know Scared the Holocaust away the waiting I Cho kenyon sial brachaike o da kenye krikaracheke ta metine fom chri agus be Jojo. Should it? Thanks very much. I'm causing havoc here again. Spot on. Yeah, so that was Or on the Heskin. As far as I'm aware, there's only one version in Irish, but yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of going out there and seeing what else is there. There's loads of other songs that share kind of international themes. So I'm looking forward to going into that study, but it was nice to hear your version of it, Jerry, so thanks for that. I was going to try another one in English. I'm leaving the bar on in the case because like I was hitting a piece of Tupperware earlier on and I was singing along with it, so I'm going to leave that in the case. I was going to sing a song in English. Joe Hainu did have a few English songs as well that I've came across. There's a brilliant archive of songs online, johaney.org, if anybody's interested in the singing of Joe Hainu, and it has recordings and stories and lyrics and the whole lot. And I often have dived in there to try and learn some new songs and stuff, but I came across a version of a song that he sang called Skibbereen. I'm sure you all know it. It's a Cork song, another famine song, and myself and my sister are very well known to be into the dark and dreary songs about death and famine and disease and poison and all that kind of crack. So I might try. What else is there to sing about, I suppose? Yeah, that's it, yeah. We only sang when we're sad. But yeah, I'll try a few verses of Skibbereen for the crack, and another song that I haven't sang in years, but right, we'll give it a go. Oh, oh, Father dear. Okay. Oh, Father dear, I oft times hear you speak of errands
Her lofty scenes, her valleys green, her mountains rude and wide. You said it was a pleasant place wherein a prince might dwell. Why have you then forsaken her? The reason to me tell. Oh, son, I loved our native land with energy and pride, until a blight fell on the land, the sheep and cattle died. The rent and taxes were so high, I could not them redeem. And that's the cruel reason why I left old Skibbereen. It's well I do remember on that bleak November's day, the landlord and his agents came to drive us all away. He set my house on fire with his demon yellow spleen, and that's another reason why I left old Skibbereen. Your mother too, God rest her soul, fell on the snowy ground. She fainted in her anguish, seeing desolation round. She never rose, but passed away from life to eternal dream. She found a resting place, my boy, in dear old Skibbereen. And you were only 2 years old, and feeble was your frame. I could not leave you with my friends, for you bore your father's name. I wrapped you in my coat of more in the dead of night unseen. I heaved a sigh and I bade goodbye to dear old Skibbereen. Oh, Father dear, the day will come when vengeance aloud will call, and we'll arise with Erin's boys and rally one and all. I'll be the man to lead the van
'neath our flag of green, and loud and high we'll raise the cry, revenge for Skibbereen. Sinead? Sure, I'll do one more to finish up there. Back to the roots, and I'll go back to one of the first songs I would have heard sung around the area. And it's one of the oldest songs in my repertoire. Again, it's one I love singing with my sister, called Eleanor in the Room. A 16th century love song by a man called Carol O'Dawley for the love of his life, Eleanor Kavanagh. And I believe the song originates in the southeast of the country, but it's kind of made its way into the tradition of all the Shannon singing pockets and Gaeltacht areas around the country. A very special song that I first heard from a man, Brendan O'Canawan, a very well-known Shannon singer in our area, and winner of many awards. And he comes from a kind of a lineage of Shannon singers there, the Clon Canawan. They're very well known. And I heard him sing this song when I was very, very young, and kind of fell in love with it then. And it's become kind of my comfort song. I was talking to some of you earlier on about having the comfort song, the song that you can sing all the time. So Eleanor in the Room, or Eleanor of the Secrets. I'll give it a lash, and thanks very much again, Donal and Fergus, for having us, and thanks very much for listening to me and putting up with me for the last few few songs. I'll give this a go. I'll just get a note there actually, because I'm all over the place. Mora, gan he den hen so Eleanor Norum Sarta vi mes muino dramiam Morgon till kärk du ser Övren linja såg du ser smische påg Sån svaret se bå gamla mod Marsas marhjolen gående lovd Svi boy kilgnao she no hen on gron Svi boy kilgdo she on for on mos Svi boy like it noch an yorod she gramo chrui smoi hitchhike
Every soak to seshes me chapok som svaret sebå begamnamot Marsas marchol en gonelat Song to go to one to no one It's gone the oldest stored. O tjo kom ach ni me smadanyom te nachanoch me Every song to seshes me chapok som svaret sebå begamnamot Marsas marchol in the gonelat
Sinead. Míle maith.
Thank you so much. Special. Very, very special stuff. Thank you. Thanks for being here this evening. Just taking us up just past 9 o'clock. So just want to maybe go to Fergus to say good evening, and hopefully we'll see you back in the room at some time soon.
Absolutely. Great job, Donal. Everyone, let's put our hands together for our special guest, Séamus, and Donal there for running the ship. Well done. Super stuff. Yeah, thank you all so much for being there. I can't wait to be back in the room with you. I hope you all have a wonderful culture night tomorrow night. If you're not doing anything, I'm doing a collaboration with 3 artists from Palestine called Session Palestinach, and that's going to be in Wood Quay. So it's free to attend like everything in Culture Night, which is really exciting. So that's in the amphitheatre in Wood Quay at 6:30. But more importantly, I suppose 17th of October is our next session that we're really looking forward to, Donal. So we're looking forward to seeing all the regulars and a few new faces as well who came along tonight. So take it away there, Donal. Thank you so much, everyone, once again.
Thanks, Fergus. And Iho Isenan. Yeah, so as you heard, 17th October, we'll have Zoe Basha from Rufus Nightjar. She's an incredible singer, and she'll be here to sing some songs. She's from the States, lives in Sligo, not to be missed. So we'll spread the word and hopefully see you all back. Thanks again, Connemara Gaeltacht, Séamus, and thanks to the team at the Séamus Arts Centre. Thank you so much, Niall, Ian, Shane, and Lily outside. So, Ihawai, Slán and safe home.
It's not in a while yet.
All right.
Íntach. Sin craig.